Yeah, so getting
It gets like garbled.
yeah, so the Ethernet cable fixing that would help.
But you need the Ethernet cable to actually fix it.
Yeah, yeah. So it'll be fixed soon enough. I would run it along the floor, but a member of my family knows how to pick their feet up, and they would intentionally look to trip over it.
Well, what? That's weird.
Everything's coming through really badly for me on my end. Am I roboting?
Yeah, you're roboting.
Yeah, I'm roboting. Fuck's sake. Probably until I get this sorted, it'll probably be like the last one I do for a while, stream I do until I fix it. This is silly. Many programs down just so I can use this. Have I got any tabs open? I've got a few tabs open. I'll close those. Close. Yeah. And Neil White, you spelt Fatagan wrong. Yeah. Try. I noticed the chat. Let's see. I'm just going to quickly tweet the thing out as well. What have you been up to?
Nothing really. Cringing at my former university. Yeah. So I don't know if you saw the article that I shared.
Oh yeah. I didn't have a chance to read it because.
I put it up. I put it up just a few minutes ago. They're dipshits.
Yeah, hang on a second. I'll pull the article up and screen share. Give me a second. Screen share. Editorial. Yeah, here we are.
Yeah, it's from the board.
Okay, so reminder: sexual assault is on all of us.
Yeah, so basically the Clery Act forces universities to disclose a bunch of crime statistics every year, and as a part of that, also whenever there's been like some sort of like sexual assault or something, they have to send out email to the entire university within so many hours or days or something.
If where I don't like the bills that have gone through legislation, whatever, universities, they have this power. A crime is a crime. It's not something that a privately owned business or something that receives funding from the government should have.
So, this is interesting because this is, I think, crimes that were actually reported to the campus police, because a lot of universities in the U.S., the campuses have their own police forces. So I'm not sure how many of these were resolved through internal.
Well, we differ. Yeah, this is where we differ. In the UK, certainly my old uni, we had security services, yes. But if a actual crime was committed, we called the popo, the rozzers, the pigs, the pigs in blankets set them on fire. Those people, the popo. Understand how a campus can prosecute in their precious little chambers. It may have committed a crime, but not treat them anywhere near be treated if it was treated as the actual crime it is. If that makes sense.
I'm trying to see this.
Recently,
so if it was a Title IX violation, then most likely the campus did its own adjudication process based on.
It did. If
they
did,
looking through
then the campus would be paying out a lot in compensation.
Cases yeah, but there might be like a parallel that goes on if it gets reported to the
right. So I'm not doxing.
But these these police officers, from what I understood when I was there, and I don't think that's changed, these are the Rowan University police officers are actually state troopers. Like, they're higher than the local cops. They have, basically, the state troopers have legal enforcement. I forget what the territory or there's a word for it. Jurisdiction, that's the word. Yeah, they have jurisdiction over the entire state. So
they have an official, but they're not acting within a legal capacity. It's like they're a separate country within the country. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you're not your own legal system when there is already one in place.
Unless if there were like rapes or something that were not reported to the police, and they were like because the person didn't want it reported. But I think that I don't know. This is where it gets fucky with universities having to deal with this shit.
Yeah, I take real issue with the whole concept of justice being blind, but the way justice is served on campus it's almost as if justice is non-existent. Or a rape has been claimed, the guy is guilty. It's his job now to prove he's innocent.
Yeah.
It's pretty much categorically proven he's innocent.
Oh yeah. I was tempted. I don't know if you saw the fire when they put out something 2 weeks ago. With like 70-some percentage of the top universities like get a D or F rating for them in terms of these 20 metrics that they judge schools on for due process. I'm tempted to go through this university myself, but there's such an uproar over the fact that there were 11 reported rapes instead of 7. Apparently, that's a statistically significant increase. I don't know. Like, I think I mathed it out. It's 1 in 1,400. But it's funny. The university. I was looking through their definitions of stuff. They don't define rape as forced to penetrate. So basically, a woman,
basically men can't be the victim.
Riding a drunk guy. Yeah, that would basically, I think, under their definition, be considered fondling.
You know why? Because they still believe that a guy can maintain an erection while he's drunk. They're like, oh, but he can have an erection when he's drunk,
or that he can control erection, or that he, like, if he has it up, obviously he means he wants it. Like,
well, yeah, okay. So I've tried to have sex drunk. I promise you, it's not easy. Difficult. Okay,
whiskey dick.
But you cannot use that as an excuse when someone does or is able to have sex when drunk, or is able to take advantage of someone who's drunk.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
And then our college campus too. Imagine how many instances still remain unreported. Victims so terrified by their own situations, they choose to stay silent. Reporting sexual assault is a long and cumbersome process. Well, yeah, it's designed. That's a good thing that it's cumbersome, because it's
a long and cumbersome process. It's due process.
Right. And that means that it's hopefully protecting the rights of those that are being accused.
Everyone.
Like, they don't even I don't think they include in the stats like how many of the reported rapes were founded or unfounded, or like if there was any disciplinary action or anything. So who knows? Half of them could have been false. Ooh.
Half the crap. Regret in the chat. Regret is rape. Yeah, pretty much that.
Yeah, but they were talking about debate. They were complaining a little bit about the title line being, or Betsy DeVos doing something about that. And Ms. DeVos, in her speech to George Mason University, focused more on sexual assault perpetrators rather than victims, which is a lie.
That is a lie. I heard this thing.
Because she, in the examples that she included some where like a woman was forced to basically be the prosecutor in a case. Like, that's not how it works. Or like with no legal training or anything. Like, there have been women who have been hurt as well with like having to do stuff that they shouldn't have had to do through the process.
Okay, so there was actually an instance where a female student was, by the Title IX investigator, told to and threatened to be quiet because they were busy prosecuting her boyfriend.
Oh yeah, the California case. I forget which one. Yeah, and he was still expelled.
He had done nothing to her.
Yeah,
expelled. But I think he would have gotten. Oh, hang on. I will in a second. I'm pulling up my video on Title IX because I know that in the description, I left one of the whole list. Speech. Here we are.
From the reason.org thing.
Reason.org. Yeah.
Yeah. They went through and basically looked at all the stuff that she referenced.
Give me a second, and I will present to everyone so that it stays there. Okay, here we go. So the first one, Stony Brook University told she would have to prosecute the case itself without any legal training whatsoever.
Yeah, like that's wrong. That's just no. That's why the universities have somebody appointed to do that, and the person that's like prosecuting or whatever should be different than the person who investigated, who should be different than the people on the hearing board.
Yeah, which second case, Southern California. This is the very case. This is one I was talking about, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they expelled him from school.
A third party reported the couple.
Yeah, and that must be a battered woman. I mentioned this in my video, this very case. Go figure. Progressive California.
Well, I think their state legislators trying to pass some laws to basically enshrine the Title IX Dear Colleague letter, which is basically if I have a kid, I'm not sending him to California for school. Just no. Yeah. Fuck that state.
There's like various colleagues. Oh dear. It's all of the bloody University of Pueblo. Okay, this one, Grant Neal. I mentioned this one quite specifically because he gets a nice little settlement for it. That was fucking. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Embarrassing. Yeah. If anyone's interested, I'm going to drop this in the chat. If you're interested, I'll stick it there and probably in the description later.
I think there was. I remember. Also, there was something with Laura Kipnis, the feminist that questioned the Title IX Inquisition. Apparently, she had a second investigation.
Right. Hello, Magnus. Hi, Laura.
Hello.
How's your truck, Magnus?
Well, it's still in the shop, and as you can tell, I'm not quite as mouthy as normal. So.
A cold is all over the place, isn't it?
I believe they call this laryngitis, but it makes me sound a lot cooler.
Sounds like death.
Warmed over. Death warmed over, maybe.
But you do get to sit down, chill out, drink some beer. It's not so bad, is it?
Well, I had some of Grandpa's ye olde cough medicine last night, and that helped for a little bit.
Yeah, I used to have that similar medicine when I was teething when I was a baby. You just get some whiskey and put it on the gums.
Yep. There's a lot of stuff that couldn't get away with anymore. Like putting Coke in medicine.
Well, honestly, though, I have to say I'm a really horrible pirate because last night the only thing that wasn't gone is the rum.
Shameful. All the rum should always be gone.
Oh, I had a little bit left after I got done with it.
Fucking rum. Oh, dear. Can't be. Can you imagine that? Like, instead of giving them colic water, instead of whiskey, if we grew up and our parents put rum on our gums to help with teething.
There'd be a lot more pirates in the world right now.
Arg.
Oh, so cool, wouldn't it?
Arr.
My mum actually tried that with me when I was a kid, when I was teething, but I just stayed up all night.
You know damn well, right? If Laura pirate, right? On a fucking black and white striped Geordie, and a motto be "Wee."
Hooray!
Indeed.
I've been oh fuck it. Nope, forgotten. Fuck it. Never mind. Moving on. Oh, dear.
Nope.
No, I had something in my head and I was like, yeah, I'll talk about it. No, it's gone.
No.
That's a bad idea. Shouldn't talk about
Yeah,
that.
obviously. So what have you been up to, Laura?
First
Not a great
rule,
deal, really.
first rule of Omegon's Fight Club is the girls always make the sandwiches.
Very true.
Where's my sandwich?
Where is it, Laura?
I'm being shit.
The further north you get in the UK, the less obedient the women are.
Mm.
That is
I told you
awful.
there's only one place I'm obedient, and it ain't the kitchen.
Oh, wow, there you go. I guess if you had a trade-off, but the further north you get, the closer you get to Scotland, right?
Yeah.
Then it's in a different country.
According to Undoomed, it's literally next door to me.
Yeah.
I live like at the bottom of the country, but no, it's right next door to me.
In terms of
He's not
America,
very
it kind of is, really, to be fair.
Okay, considering I could
When
probably...
you reference like America compared to like Europe, yes, you're right next door to Scotland.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is next door to England as we are to fucking Canada, I guess, but...
I think I went to visit
There
my
goes
mom
that
and she
beer.
says, we're going to see your auntie for Christmas. I says, we're taking the plane up. She goes, no, we're driving. How long's the drive? 12 hours. What?
Well,
That's about how long it would take me to get to like Illinois or Ohio, maybe.
You guys might want to start grading those, because if I'm having a beer, you guys are going to hear a lot of those.
So how long until you get your truck back?
Supposedly sometime tomorrow night. So
That's good news. I mean, at least you have a date until so you can get wasted until.
dude, I've had an entire fucking week. I've been sat on my ass in this fucking hotel room for like a week.
Oh jeez.
That is incredibly boring.
Yeah, no, it's not fun for somebody like me who's used to, okay, where we're going tomorrow? Having been in the same place for like more than 12 hours, I'm like, what the fuck?
Can't be dealing with any of that. I get bored so easily.
I read the chat at all.
Speaking of Ree, I actually saw that as a character name in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Nope, I even took a screenshot of some guy just standing in the background with Ree right above his head.
That's hilarious.
Oh dear. You've been playing much Xenoverse 2 recently, then?
Yeah, I finally got almost everything except for unlocking all the characters and shit. So.
I've been playing Crusader Kings, and I just finished the game.
I started playing League of Legends again.
I'm playing Enter the Gungeon still.
I went back to playing League of Legends the other day. That was probably a bad idea.
So you mean to give yourself cancer?
Are you still failing at playing Enter the Gungeon?
It is actually a lot of good fun. The new laptop tomorrow. I'll be playing other games as well, which is going to be great. I was on his stream earlier. I wasn't on it, but he noticed me. He's like, "When are you playing Rocket League?" And I'm like, I know damn well he's just gonna hurl abuse at me.
Yep. I've been practicing Mofo.
Rocket League is a little difficult.
I was practicing, but then I realized it won't mean shit if I only know and use the boost and forget to stop using the boost.
Boosty.
Well, the part I hate about Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2 is to get all the achievements, you have to do online fighting. And so I have to recruit friends of mine, and it's like, yes, don't bother reminding me how bad I suck at this game. I already know. Just take a beating for the team and leave it be.
Yeah.
Now you put me in a game with somebody who's got every fucking day to play that game. I'm getting my ass kicked real easy.
Mm-hmm.
I play quite a bit of League.
By the way, Laura,
League of
Magnus got me Enter the
Yeah, I
Gather.
play League.
There is someone.
There's
a mind player that looks just like me.
Oh.
And it turns out he's a level 3. He's one of the random level 3 bosses as well. There's 3 level 3, and you'll get one of them. He's actually it really fucks me off.
Sounds about right, really, to be fair.
Oh, the other one of them.
How
one
hard
of
can
them's
a squid be?
It's well, exactly. Yeah, obviously. Obviously. The other one's a tank, and the other one. Oh, what's the other one? Fuck it. Cannon. They're really hard to beat.
You really need to sort
Then
your
again,
mic out.
the best weapon earlier. Fucking, it's not my mic; it's my internet.
Oh.
Some difference.
Oh, that's your internet doing that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
it's because I'm not hooked up. It's because this laptop is a pile of shit, and the wireless is fucked on the laptop. So I need to. That's one of the reasons.
On the bright side of it, you got some help getting you a new one. So.
Mm-hmm.
People like you.
Yeah. I very much appreciated that. Laura.
What?
Oh,
sorry?
Oh.
Apparently you were helpful.
What?
Who, what, where?
What?
Yeah, so because on the laptop is faulty, it's another reason to just one of the many problems. I know this for a fact. Because I use this to record, I have no issues at all.
This is true.
But you should use it. You should definitely play Into the Gungeon. I mean, I unlocked a new weapon earlier. It's literally a crown just covered in guns. Directions. It's fucking amazing. And I got my favorite gun in the game. It's called the Grass Chopper. Black, and it knocks you back. An amazing blast at the enemy. It's brilliant.
So the fuck
gun though.
You were telling me you found a proton pack in the game, didn't you?
Sorry? Oh yeah, I had the proton pack, yeah. And I had the abyssal tentacle as well. I have my long purple shaft in the game.
The abyss is exactly where tentacles belong.
Yes, but when they're choking the life out of you, Laura, you'll be loving it.
Laura, considering you've got 2 of them, which abyss are you talking about?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Just be honest. You like tentacles.
No, dog.
So it'd be good to
like
play. Yeah, it's got more grip and it really burrows deeper.
And it's got the little sucker thingy so it can get some traction.
Yeah, just you.
Exactly.
Just you.
But I do want to play Dawn of War 3 as well because I just want to play that.
Oh, you might be able to now, huh?
I should be able to easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
You just have to get the computer.
Yeah, I'll order a next day delivery. Fuck it, I'll get it on Saturday morning. I'll be spending the whole day sorting it out.
Yeah.
Downloading all those Windows updates.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not. Yeah. It's also just find a totally legal version of Vegas Pro 13, of course, as well.
I think the worst part is going to be Omegon's like going to be going bonkers, just waiting on that thing to update. Like, oh yeah, that hurts. Oh yeah, that hurts. Oh.
Or maybe there'll
I'll
be
probably
little
just put it on.
percentage updates on Discord. 25% now, guys.
Well, you know, the worst
You'll
part
see,
of it.
you can see it by one.
The worst part of updates is if you get a computer practically brand new, like early on, then the updates come up over time. But if you get one, if I got the one I have now, like in about a month, I would probably be in pain waiting on the fucking updates to go.
Yeah. The updates are painful.
I recently
I'll probably
reset my laptop back to the factory settings.
You've
I've done that
That's
with my laptop because Windows 10 fucked it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Like it just killed it, and I couldn't even boot in safe mode without it derping. So
I think that's the problem with my laptop and incompatibility with my graphics card. Either that or the graphics card's faulty.
Well, see,
I
the
need
problem.
to ring the tech support. And get
The real problem is Microshaft doesn't realize we don't need a new fucking Windows every year.
one could argue we don't need a new iPhone every year either.
Well, we don't, but
somebody does, obviously.
So it's like
because I don't know how many of you were paying attention to that thing, that waste of $1,000.
Well, the problem with an iPhone is it's just like Anita Sarkeesian. It's needlessly overpriced and completely pointless.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you there.
I'm just gonna put this here. I'm assuming, Laura, you when you call tech support. I'm assuming. Are you just gonna try to turn it off and on again? That's all you have to do, Laura, and you'll fix it.
I mean, turning it off and back on is like the go-to way to fix like 90% of problems.
Well, see, the reason for that is most people.
I've tried pretty much every fix I can find on the forum.
Well,
like every suggested solution, and
hold up. I can tell you guys exactly what the biggest problem with tech support is, because you got to think most of the people these guys talk to on a daily basis are about as smart as a lit fart. Like I'll give you an example. One guy was trying to figure out what was wrong with the lady's computer. It wouldn't turn on. It wouldn't do nothing. And finally, somehow the conversation got to, the power's out. And it's like, what? So we basically went through all this crap before you told me the power was out, because you know the computer's not going to work without the power being on, right? Actually, he didn't go to that point. He told her, "Ma'am, you might as well box up your computer and take it back to where you bought it." "Oh my God, is it that bad?" He said, "Yeah, you're too stupid to own a computer."
That's great.
Yeah, the people that ring up and complain like that the internet is gone, like when there's a power outage, and they're like, "Didn't think the internet ran off the electricity." And no, but your modem does.
Don't you know the internet weighs nothing at all? Has everything, weighs nothing.
Well, wasn't there a box of internet you could buy for pretty cheap somewhere?
Just like you could download more RAM.
Yes. To have no wires, it's wireless.
Yeah. This tech support apparently is like, if you actually think there's a fault or whatever, you bring up and these people run a series of tests to determine whether there's a fault with whatever it is you think is the fault. And if they determine that it is like a hardware fault, they just send you a new one out or refund, whatever you want.
Yeah, and
then
also
your
get, you'll see in front of your eyes, achievement unlocked. You solved the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, I barely use tech support until after I've exhausted that I can't fix it, because usually by the time I get done being on hold with them, I've already figured it out and fixed the fucking problem myself.
As I said, I've tried every fix I can find on all the forums and stuff. So
this is why I don't go with Apple, because their tech support devalues the word genius, because they're not geniuses. They're really not.
They're kind of retarded.
You're worse. You are worse, and I hate to say this. You're worse than burger flippers. Okay, and they've got fake degrees.
I should tell you there, trombone guy or saxophone guy, whatever. I forgot your name. Sorry,
It's a trombone.
Andrew. Okay, now I can see what your name is. See, the problem is the people who run iPhone tech support and iPhone stores and all that. They're not human. They're aliens from the planet Zlorp or some shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I have one last fix that I could try, but it requires a registry key change, and I'm like,
Sounds like a lot of
I
effort.
really want to do that.
Why not? It's easy.
Yeah, but like if it is a faulty graphics card and I do have to return it, apparently that kind of action can invalidate your warranty.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So I'd rather like just determine once and for all whether it's a hardware problem or not. And if it is, then great, they'll just send us a new one.
Just thump the side of the computer and see if it rattles. If it is, it's a hardware problem.
Seems legit.
It's only like 5 months old, and it's done it from almost the day I've had it, kind of really.
I should point out that I've actually gotten away with that with some of my relatives. Just thump the side of the computer and see if it's a hardware problem. Do you hear anything rattling around? Yeah, I hear something. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting there laughing.
Oh dear.
If they're like older generation, though, that's probably what they think, because that's what you used to have to do to the old tellies, wasn't it? Just something on the top to make the picture work again.
A lot of old things, just giving it a nice kick would fix all the problems.
Old stuff.
Not working, hit it is now great.
Oh,
Whoa.
this is proof that beer's full of vitamin B.
Okay. Oh, gas.
I mean, there's enough fizz in it. I could probably blow the doors off if I bent over the right way.
Thanks for that mental image. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
He's the wolf. He's after the 3 little pigs.
Little pig, let me in.
Hang on a sec. I ain't got any air in my lungs. Give me a minute. I'm just gonna drink these beers.
That's one way to put air in your tires.
Hey, it works.
Hooray.
Who's an irate prostate?
Sorry?
Who's an irate prostate?
Irate. Oh, yeah, irate prostate.
Apparently Magnus sounds a lot like whoever irate prostate is.
I have no idea. Well, I've got laryngitis, so that's my excuse.
Okay.
Yeah, he usually sounds more like a dick. He's not doesn't sound like this usually.
Yeah, well.
Conserving the vocal cords.
You also sound like you smoke like 50 packs a day.
I give it a couple of weeks and I'll sound like normal again, much to my own chagrin. I think I'd rather sound like this, only slightly louder all the time.
Do you think it's a sexier voice?
No, but it definitely sounds better than that redneck shit I usually have.
Yeah.
It's smoother.
Nothing wrong with a redneck accent.
Well, true, but still.
I see Brit.
You what?
So
Now?
what?
You broke up for us.
Oh, it doesn't matter. If my internet's breaking up, it just means that the internet doesn't want me to speak. It's censoring me.
You're being
Like
oppressed
just
by
like
the
YouTube
internet.
is.
There's my advice to the chat.
Oh dear God.
And you twat. Timing is out. And then I kicked off because I thought it was lava.
Oh yeah, I timed you out, didn't I?
Yeah.
I did do it to
I was
Taco
like,
Salad.
what?
Taco Salad goes. Yeah, I know. He goes on to Sunday Fundy, and he doesn't say much, but he's in the chat talking shit. So I'm like, time out.
Oh,
Maybe this will get him to talk more in the stream. But it doesn't.
Rip.
I only did it because I was bored. I was going to do it to everyone else, and I also saw the arm icon next to a name. I wonder what that was about. Why you're green? I didn't understand that.
yeah, you can sponsor. Like he's got the sponsor thing set up on his YouTube gaming channel. So you pay like a monthly sponsorship fee, and you get like the little badge.
It's basically Patreon through YouTube.
Yeah, kinda. And then every so many people that he gets to sponsor him, he creates custom emojis that you can then use anywhere on YouTube. Yeah. So he's done his first one today on his stream, which was the fish your money. So I've now got a custom. Hang on, I'll show you. I can use it now. Hang on, I'll show you the fish your money.
Of course.
I saw the book.
Oh, no. He said I could use it anywhere, but it's not there.
Oh, well. Hey, Omegon, this is America in a nutshell.
On porky pies.
Is the child Honey Boo Boo?
I don't know, but it looks like it.
How much is free on his streams? He did say that was an emoji that you could use anywhere, but obviously not.
Emoji for you.
Must just be on his channel. Never mind.
Yeah. To answer the chat, what's the worst British accent? Fucking Birmingham.
Oh, for me, it's a Scouse.
Oh, Omegon, you don't understand. I knew a guy not too long ago who was from Birmingham who also stuttered.
Birmingham. Shithole. Shithole.
Speaking of which, Jeff Holiday should appreciate me showing this one off. He liked it when I put it on Twitter.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of the Birmingham accent. There's something very depressing about it. Suicidal.
Yeah, it is quite dreary, to be fair.
Well, if you were called a Brummie, wouldn't you be suicidal too?
I would be too if I was called Kevin Logan, who I believe is a Brummie.
Nah, I don't think he's authentic, to be honest with you. I mean, for fuck's sakes, the guy just posted for fuck's sakes, the guy just posted a picture of his cat on Twitter the other day. Come on.
Who posted a picture of his cat?
Poor cat.
He is, though, a bona fide, born and bred, 100% twat.
Well, yeah, that I can vouch for.
That's fired.
Oh dear, I can't watch him. He just
Come at me, Kev. Come at me, bro.
Didn't he already do a response video to you at one point that was like totally forgettable but utterly hilarious because you were able to go right back and like respond to him?
Yeah. Been there, done
it
that.
Was just the I'm Java Jada lad. That was actually pretty.
She's gone.
Yeah. Yesterday, Irate Bear asked me yesterday about that pronunciation. I was like, well, one of them was Omjon. One was Ahmadinejad.
Ahmadinejad's my favourite.
And then one ended with him.
Yeah,
one ended with him dancing a little bit.
Well, I always thought and he's supposed to be all smart and British, and I even figured it out easy. It's like Omega without the A. You just throw O-N on the end of Omegon. Duh.
He's not that smart. He just likes to abuse the word obtuse, and you think that makes him smart.
Makes him sound pretty retarded.
First time, I just watched an Omegon video, and he said it, and that's how I knew how to say it.
He said what?
Like, just pay attention. It's not hard.
One of these days, I think it would be funny for somebody to throw a reaction of me into a response to Kevin Logan where I just shake my head and go, "You pusillanimous little twat."
Yeah.
At least you say twat, not twat, because that's just weird.
Well, yeah, that's why I said twat instead, you know. Well, in America, it's more of a long A sound than a short A sound, I think.
We like it to sound slightly venomous, so we just say twat.
And then for us, it was never really about being an insult. It was more about descriptor of the equipment. Twat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're
Very
very
exciting.
insulting race, really, the British. We're like, we thrive on insulting each other, in all fairness.
And ourselves.
Yeah.
We are the masters of self-deprecation.
I mean, you
Or as
kind of
you call
have
it,
to when
madman.
you used to be like the British Empire or the biggest empire, and you're just your little island.
Well, see, that's why the Empire and Star Wars all had British accents, because it fit.
Yeah.
So the Brits are evil.
We just got bored of the Empire and decided, we'll go back to our allotments.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's like
to
when
be
they're going
colonial
about, and
specimen.
they're going about representation in films and stuff like that. And they think, this was always... And I'm like, yeah, what about British people in American films? We're always portrayed as the bad guys. How do you think that makes us?
Yeah, well, see, that was the thing, though. It made sense for the British people to be the bad guys in Star Wars. And yeah, of course, Omegon, you guys got sick of the Empire after the second Death Star was destroyed by a black guy.
Yeah, that was bad.
Well, no, wait, I take that back. It was a black guy and a Japanese fish man. Yeah. Speaking of which, if you guys have, I'm going to go smoke right quick. I'll be right back. But if you guys haven't seen Full Rebel Jacket, where somebody dubbed Arlie Ermey's lines from Full Metal Jacket over Admiral Akbar, you're missing out. That is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
There's so many doubles of Star Wars.
Yeah, but somehow that one fit. Instead of "It's a trap," he screams, "Holy dog shit!"
There's a Snatch one as well. It's quite funny.
I'll be right back, folks. I'm gonna go smoke. Taking a brief intermission. I'm gonna stay, but I'm just walking outside to smoke.
And there's the Arnie one as well. I think he takes his helmet off at the end, and he's just, "It's not a tumor."
The fuck?
Oh, that's hilarious.
I don't watch enough of those kind of videos. I'm still slightly addicted to prison documentaries. I don't know why. I keep finding new ones, and I'm addicted.
What?
Watching American prison documentaries is really funny. It seems claustrophobic, but they all seem super tough. Like, oh, we got this system. This is how we get money in and drugs in and money out and whatever. We do all this shit, and then the SRT just storm the place and make them look like little bitches. It's brilliant. I have no life, so yeah.
Fair.
Sure, there are better uses though of your time.
Oh, there was something even better I watched earlier. I watched Busting Customs Thing in JFK, and the guy had swallowed capsules which had cocaine, and he had to crap them out into a special machine toilet that separated the capsules from everything else and rinsed them. It was just a high chair toilet with high tech in it. A great.
So they basically forced him to shit.
Pretty much. They sat him down.
Did they give him laxatives or something?
What's worse, being in prison or having nothing better to do than watch people in prison?
Those in prison know that I'm watching them. And that's not something you want. But I've been to the zoo. I've done the exciting stuff this week. Now I'm bored.
Did you have fun at the zoo?
I did, and I took lots of pictures. And then I tweeted a few of them out indicating that the fences were there to protect them from me, because I'd either eat them or turn them into rugs. I did at one point try and punch a rhino in the face.
How'd that go?
It was too far away. I reached, but there was like 2 fences between us, and I was like, yeah, that's 2 layers of protection for you, bitch.
He's afraid of you.
She was clearly afraid. That's why when she walked away, she shat herself.
So nearly punching a rhinoceros in the face equates to just merely thinking about it through 2 fences.
As a memento, I bought myself a rhino plushie. I was very happy with it.
So you could punch that.
I could, but it's adorable.
As long as you don't treat it like that raccoon.
Raccoon?
Yeah.
The fuck are you doing a raccoon?
Raccoons at the zoo. Saw possum. Saw, not possum. Lots of gibbons. That was pretty cool. Lots of monkeys. A few gorillas. Yeah. Saw elephants. That was awesome. Never seen them before. Some made some loud fucking noises. And a peacock came up to me and tried to take my sandwich, so I naturally threatened its life. Yeah. Zoos are
Just a normal day at the zoo.
yeah. Well, it was after their sort of main season, so it was
I'll
quite.
start seeing the YouTube video soon. Caught on camera, man punches peacock.
I had one leg out. It wouldn't have been. I would have treated it like I did American football. I would have got that fucker over the 40-yard line. We did get a few. When it extended its plume, we did get a couple of feathers that came off. They fell off when it ruffled them, and so we got some feathers, which is pretty cool.
Whose feathers did you ruffle?
Some
peacock.
peacock. Tried to take my sandwich.
Sounds like a sequel that we get to experience. Tickles our asses.
Seagulls are basically the rats of the ocean.
Yeah,
Well, I see enough of them every day, so I know this to be true. I do wish that the zoo had a reptile sort of section, but they didn't. I feel like that's a bit of a cop-out. I did see some honey badgers. Never saw those either. That was pretty cool.
Did they not care about you?
They ignored me.
I once saw a monkey suck his own penis at the zoo. That was like...
Actually, we saw a 3-legged cloudy leopard, and I tried my best to sort of like antagonize. I was like, "Oh, you ain't got 3 legs, you fucking cunt!" And he just ignored me. "Oh, you got 3 legs, you can't jump for shit." Didn't work. Yeah, that was good fun.
I just feel like everyone's thinking at the same time, remind me never to go anywhere ever with this guy.
There was when we saw some monkeys, a member of the monkey sort of family. 2 of them were hugging one of the infants, and I was trying to see if I could get them to respond to a hand gesture. It turns out if you make the wanking sign, one of them will actually try to wank. Oh, that was funny.
That's great.
Well, I know if you throw the finger at a cat or a dog, they'll bark at you. Or, well, in a case of a cat, they'll attack your hand.
Yeah, I did get pretty close to the lionesses. That was nice. Yeah, I got a few pictures of them. Bobby. I told them they were too. I was like, "You filthy sluts! You talk too much."
Yeah, but you notice they do all the catching and killing the food while the male lion just kind of lays around and does the everything.
Yeah, I mean they were set up pretty high for most of the day. I did not see a male lion.
Really?
At all.
I only saw in a cave somewhere.
Yeah, I could probably pull up a picture if I can bloody well open Dropbox. I'll find a picture. So you just chat.
We went to a Dalton and Finesse Wildlife Park, but they kind of bred animals to then rehome them in the wild as well, like the breeding programs kind of thing. So the tigers were fed by had to like climb telegraph poles and stuff like that to get the food that was pinned to the top and stuff, and they weren't handled or anything. But on the other sections, there was these little wallabies and lemurs and various other creatures, and you could feed them by hand. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A little zoom in on one of them. Pretty cool. Very high up. This whole platform was very high up.
Who's that delicious-looking squiddy man in the suit? That's probably what they're looking around wondering.
Dinner.
Yeah, I sort of I have no. I think these are. I don't know what these are. I think my brother-in-law thought they were beavers. He's like, oh look, I love myself a beaver. I think they're just really big, industrial-sized guinea pigs.
Those are fucking capybaras, man.
And he was like, I love myself a beaver. All right, fuck off, you pervert. Oh yeah, they're bison as well, which is weird. Oh, here it is. The three-legged leopard I told you about. This is a three-legged leopard. Looks like it's got like a snake sort of scales on here. It looks awesome. Yeah, 3 legs.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I had a very exciting day.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. I did try and I did notice really cool enclosures, and part of me was like, we could just like stick all the kids in the gorilla enclosure. I mean, they'll totally look after the kids once they finish smashing their skulls in, but the kids will get to go down an amazing slide before they die.
Oh, so you're gonna have the Harambe 2.0?
Yes.
We need a new hero like Harambe.
Dick's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so well, yeah, that's what we need is an excuse to have our dicks out again.
That seems like a perfectly valid reason, to be honest.
I mean, we don't really need an excuse, I would think, but still, you know.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah, here we go.
I mean, just whip it out whenever you feel like it, I suppose. And just hope you don't get charged with.
Seems only right. Here, this is one of the rhinos I saw.
This
one, the smaller one that didn't have very big horn. That's the one walking away. He has a monstrous horn, and I was like, I want to.
Yeah, don't mess with large animals when they're horny.
Oh God.
Little advice for you guys over there at the UK.
Honestly, if I ever wanted to go see her, I think I'd probably kill myself first.
Yeah, I would too.
Not my style.
I had never even heard of her before. People kept saying, like, an Ariana Grande concert, and I was like, a what? And it doesn't matter how many times you say it, I'm still going to go, a what? And then, like, somebody Googled it and showed us, and I was like, oh, right.
I
no idea.
Looked at her and I'm like, is she perpetually 12 years old or something? Because that's what she looks like. She just looks like a child.
Yeah.
It's meant to be cool.
You know what?
Fucking white mare.
Meh.
I couldn't help it. That was Mark and Bad's idea. We were having a discussion about that picture where that girl's yelling at the fucking horse for whatever reason.
Yeah, just a reason if that horse just turned around and just bit her nose. I'd be like, what do you think of that?
Yeah, sadly enough, the original tagline on this was, "Lady, why are you yelling at me? I'm just a fucking horse. Jesus Christ."
Oh, someone in the chat makes a good point. If Ariana Grande is going to be a joke on her own name if she ever gets fat. She doesn't really have the frame for it, but if she did, yes. Just a little muffin top will set her off.
Yeah, probably.
I think pretty funny. I'm wondering how many. I'm wondering when they're next going to start because we haven't really had many recent terror attacks, but they've become so normal that they just get mentioned, and people are like, okay, we'll pray for the city now, shall we? I'm wondering where's next, or if people are going to try and I don't know, take it to the next step, whatever that is.
Don't forget, I've still got pictures of your awkward teenage years.
There's nothing awkward about it. I was embracing who I am.
Oh, brilliant.
Awkward little Cthulhu.
Indeed. Oh dear. Actually, is this something everyone ever noticed this, right? So, Miley Cyrus is one of those Disney girls, yes? She
Supposedly.
got famous off Disney.
It's supposed to be.
She got famous off Disney with that Hannah Montana crap, right?
Yeah, she sucked enough rat cock to get famous.
Yeah, so she did that. She descended into nudity, hippiness, feminism, drugs, and is now sorting herself out. Her successor, Bella Thorne, is doing the exact same shit. When will these idiots learn?
Different?
Honestly, I have no idea if I expect anything different. But it's just interesting to me that Disney wants to create these good, godly children, adults that, are homely and friendly for all. And what do they produce? Jake Paul.
Well, see, that's the problem. They come across as they're trying to create these, good, wholesome Christian values, kids, but I think they're purposely turning them into fucking hell on wheels.
Yeah, they fuck them in the head. They
literally
may as well literally just fuck them in the head.
Well, they literally take their cock and stick it in their ear and just stir it around for a while.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about feminism and social justice. They always remind me of that fucking scene from Mom and Dad Save the World, the whole bit with the light grenade. If you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you don't, look it up on YouTube. It's Mom and Dad Save the World light grenade. And basically it's a grenade. Anybody that picks it up, it vaporizes them. And they just sit it on the dude's cot, and everybody else fucks off, and the bad guys show up and they just start picking it up one right after the other, like it's not going to do the same thing again. Zap. It's not going to do the same thing to me. Zap.
Yeah.
It's not really unusual, I guess, because somebody has again mentioned in the chat, Macaulay Culkin. I'm wondering how long then until Shia LaBeouf finally sees sense. Will it be when he runs out of money, perhaps? And he has to work at a 7-Eleven?
I don't know. He's quite lost the plot, really.
Nah. Shia LaBeouf. Hooters.
He's quite lost the plot.
Yeah, but imagine him working in Hooters now. Like stick-on cleavage. And him then calling people racist when he doesn't get his French fries.
Or else they're not made by a French person, then.
Fuck.
Not good enough. You just keep seeing these stupid little headlines on stories and that.
Well,
shouldn't people be allowed to sell burritos? Like, what? What even kind of a question is that? Fuck off.
I'll see y'all later. I got to go.
Okay, speak to you later, mate.
Bye.
Burritos, are they any good? Because I've never had them.
Yeah, they're quite tasty.
I'll have to try and get some.
I like Mexican food, to be fair.
I like quesadillas and enchiladas. Enchiladas especially hot.
Ah, quesadillas are quite nice.
Enchiladas have got to be hot, though. Like, really hot. Nom, 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 nom. Yes. I heard, supposedly
I like the
authentic.
refried beans as well.
Sorry?
I like the refried beans as well.
Never had that. Any good?
Oh. Yeah. I tried to get them out of a tin once and it was meh. No, don't do that.
You never had refried beans?
But from a Mexican restaurant, they were like,
how can you have Mexican food without refried beans? What the fuck?
Well, apparently I just do. I've never had it. I might have.
I go to these little. I go to any of these little Mexican food places, even ones really close to the border, and I can't get anything without them putting a nice healthy helping of refried beans in there.
See, this is where you don't quite get. We don't. I live in an old people town who don't want to eat food that's Mexican, and there isn't a Mexican place anywhere near where I live because people here are old fuddy-duddies that are like food that's mostly potato and easy to digest, and not so easy to digest that makes their bum hurt when they try and crap it out.
Well, basically, refried beans, all it is where somebody took fucking cooked beans and water and a pestle and just had at it. It's basically like a bean paste more than anything else.
I might tomorrow go out and, if I've got the money, I might get a enchilada pack kit and some chicken, make some enchiladas tomorrow.
Sweet.
That'd be fucking awesome.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah. Haven't had Mexican. Well, I say Mexican. I haven't had the version of Mexican food that we have in the UK in a while. Yeah.
Well, sometimes you just need a little Mexican food in your life.
It's spicy.
All we need really is a boat of Mexicans to make its way here, and for them to do my windows, cook my food, clean my shoes, make my sandwiches because Laura's fucking useless, and yeah. Oh, and wallpaper my room because I can't be bothered to do that. I need to do it.
I don't mind wallpapering really.
Well, I would do it, but it takes time, and I can't be bothered.
And normally, whenever I need to do wallpaper, I ring up my best friend and I'm like, "There's some wallpaper I need to do," and she's like, "Right." Turns out with some drink and some tunes. And
there's some wallpaper needs doing.
Yeah, it's not such a problem for me. It's a small room, but it just means effort. And with all the work I was doing recently, I just can't be bothered. Although it has been quite nice having today off. It's just a shame I'm mildly, I can tell I've got a bit of a cold coming, but I'm not ill. I know it's sort of there at the back of my throat kind of itch.
Well, don't feel bad. Now you know how I've felt for the past 5 fucking days. It started out with the stuffed up sinuses, then a cough that wouldn't fucking leave.
Well, as long as this goes within a day or two, I don't care.
Well, I've had mine for about a week, so hopefully.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to tolerate that. Can't be doing that. Because hopefully, if I can get things sorted, I should be able to start game streaming soon.
Come along and just so much abuse.
Oh god, it's going to be cancer. I'll wait until I get the Ethernet cable first, though, because I'm not going to fuck it with the wireless.
Yeah.
Sounds fair.
That's going to be time well spent. Because I'm going to have to run it around underneath 2 banisters, up the side of a wall, over 2 door frames, down another door frame, and then under my door and around my furniture. Which shouldn't be too difficult, to be honest, because it's probably only about 5 meters I needed, but I ordered 10 meters because I couldn't be fucked to order 5. I don't know. I just chose the first one. I literally typed Ethernet cable into eBay, and the first one that popped up was 10 meters, and I was like, buy it now, fuck it. I can just tuck it behind the furniture, tuck it behind a chest of drawers, it won't be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably the saddest thing I can say is that I just realized this is the most I've talked all fucking day.
Ditto. I've seriously been so engrossed in these prison documentaries, and they're so interesting. Just seriously, everyone should watch them and not judge me. Laura, you don't judge. Watch them first.
I'm sorry. It's just never mind.
Honestly, when you have no life, these are amazing.
This is sometimes when you talk, I just think of ranting monkey kid. Your life makes me sad.
Thank you. I'm so happy you feel like that. Oh, fuck this shit. With the abuse and with sick burn, I'm ending the stream. Say good night.
Good night.